Hello again, Trey here. I just wanted to come to you to talk to you about something that we all need to be on the lookout for. Now, I'm not talking about biased news or partisan news. I'm not going to open that can of worms. But what I'm talking about is deliberately deceitful news. And I'm going to give you some tips that can help you spot fake news so that you can avoid it. None of these tips are going to work perfectly by themselves, but if you use them all together in concert, you can avoid fake news. Tip one, consider the source. Have you ever heard of the source before? Is it a satire? Check the About Us or Contact Us page. If they don't have an About Us or Contact page, do a quick Google search about the source. That can tell you what other people are saying about the source. Tip two, read more than just the headline. I know it's so tempting to read a nice, juicy headline and then share it across the internet. But remember that we need to know if the headline actually reflects the story inside. What are the sources used? Are there comments on the story? If so, what are people saying? Tip three, look at the web address. The web address can tell you a lot about a website and whether it is legit. Uh, Totally real, not fake abcnews.com is probably not going to be a real site. Foxnews.pizza is another site that you could probably ignore. Now, I hope that neither of those exist, but I'm just saying that if you see a very provocative article and it's from nbcnews.party, you probably can know that it's not a real website. Step four, is it being reported by other news sources? Uh, yes, sometimes news is breaking and other places aren't reporting it yet, but they will be reporting on the reporting, and usually they will be able to corroborate some of what that reporting is saying. And they'll tell you if they can't corroborate what some of that reporting is saying. However, if someone is out there with a blockbuster article and literally no one else is talking about it, I might hold off on sharing it until you can see if other people are agreeing with them. Tip five. Now, this is going to sound a little bit petty, but real news organizations hire copy editors. And so they're not going to have a lot of grammar and spelling mistakes. They're also not going to have a ton of uh, all caps or like exclamation marks and question. Well, they'll have question marks, but they won't have a bunch of exclamation marks, like three exclamation marks in a row and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that kind of thing. Tip six, look for quotes. Legitimate news organizations will generally include quotes so the reader can read with a critical eye. And most of the time, legitimate news organizations will not move forward with a story unless they have multiple sources. Lack of quotes may mean that you're reading an opinion piece or fake news. Tip seven, check media literacy websites. Snopes.com, factcheck.org, there are a whole bunch of them. They do the work to make sure that these viral news stories are legitimate. Tip eight, practice makes perfect. As part of my Facebook post that this video is going to go with, I will put a link to a website that lets you practice some of these tips and help. And it's a little game that lets you discern whether news articles are real or fake, and it'll help you practice some of these tips so that you can put them into practice in real life. Thank you for your time. We look forward to being back with you when the library reopens. Be safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next time.